Hi guys, welcome to Learning Electronics Repair, and probably a short video actually, but I just wanted to talk about this. So we had this HP Pavilion Gaming Laptop here a couple of weeks ago, and I was trying to figure out how all this lot connects up because the actual connector is missing. Now I can buy one of these cable looms with the connector on, but I would like to see whether the laptop actually works first, because I also need to buy another charger. Okay, this is an original one and the plug is missing off the end, and I'm not sure I can actually just buy those plugs. I know I can buy a universal one with an adapter for HP, which should work, but being a gaming laptop, you're probably best to get the original type. So you can see there, 135 watts, 6.9 amps. This is higher powered than most universal type chargers. And I have had situations, or at least one in the past with an Asus gaming laptop, where the gaming GPU, although it would appear in the device manager, it has an exclamation mark against it saying this device isn't working correctly. And that was fixed in that case by actually fitting the battery, because there was no battery. I had a charger. I got the battery, we used the original charger, and once we did that, interestingly enough, the GPU that was then, okay, and we could use it, device working properly. So if I replace the charger, I'd really like to get an original one for this. And again, without going to that expense, I'd like to know if it works. So I was looking at this previously. I was using AI to try and work out what was going on. I measured various voltages, so it basically just doesn't start, doesn't charge the battery, and the AI gave me some useful information and some incorrect information. I'll link that video, because if you look at the comments of that video, there was a lot of discussion about this. One of the things it told me about was the sense circuit. So it told me this used CAN bus, which is a serial protocol to talk to the charger, to talk to the battery. If anything, it would actually use SM bus, which is another serial bus. I mean, that's semantics really. But the Dell chargers don't work that way. With the Dell charger, you simply have a resistance, a resistor in the charger between the blue and the white wires, and that resistance basically specifies or tells the EC, embedded controller in the laptop, what current rating the charger is capable of. Okay, you can also see extra wires here going to the battery, and again this uses communication, probably is SM bus in this case, but some sort of communication between the EC and the battery power management system, the BMS. The upshot of all this is, unless this communication is working correctly, it won't charge the battery and it may well not start. In my experience, usually if you just connect 19 volts, it will start but won't charge the battery. But I don't know this specific laptop, so we go with the flow. The AI then told me basically to connect the two white, although I think actually it's a white and a pale yellow, it looks that way, together. Okay, and that is the sense pin, which goes to the blue wire on the charger, and the brown is the ground for the sense circuit, which goes to the black being 0 volts and the red being 19. And that's wrong. Somebody in the comments mentioned that these are for a bi-coloured LED, which is on the actual barrel, the connector, the thing I don't have. Somebody else said they thought this could be for a switch integrated into that, so when you plug the charger in, it closes a switch. Okay. Somebody else said they didn't know there were LEDs in the port, the barrel. So I think we can solve that one straight away. If you look here, so this is where the power would connect if I had the thing. I don't have it, and there you see like that little dot, and that's the LED. Okay, and that is this little plastic thing. You see it? Yeah, going into that little hole. So there is an LED in the actual connector, and that almost certainly, or so somebody told me in the comments, is what these two wires are for. So that only leaves then the black, the red and the brown. And if what people were telling me, and I'm sure they are correct, about the HP charger, it has a resistor connected between white, which is power, and the blue, then we should be able to measure that in there, yeah, and we should be able to connect the brown to the blue, the reds to the white, the black to the black, and we should leave those other two for the LEDs alone, because we don't actually need the LED. Let's look at the comments that somebody made about this. Okay, so in the comments, Benjamin Riker, I wasn't aware that LEDs were built into the connector, neither was I, but I think we've proved that they in actual fact are. Okay. He then goes on to say he would have checked the connector for continuity with the diode tester and hopefully stumbled upon the LEDs. Yes, but I don't have the connector, so that's not possible. But we can say there is a bi-coloured LED in there. And here is the comment from Selfman SK talking about the chargers. So he's saying HP chargers, resistor connects between the VCC pin and sense pin, and he gives the values of the resistor and the wattage capability of the charger. And then for Lenovo, we see much lower value resistors, but the same sort of system. And then it's Dell that uses a chip for the communication. This is the SM bus thing, okay? So we can measure on our charger, even though we don't actually have the end to it. Let's see what resistance we have between VCC and sense. Okay. VCC, sense. It's quite a high value resistor, so I'll make sure I don't touch it. There's my fingers and measure my skin resistance. And I have 168k, which suggests it's somewhere between 90 and 230 watts. And in fact, we know it's 135 watts. So that makes sense. Now I'm going to ask the AI why it didn't tell me that these are for the LED in the connector. So I've said to the AI, you told me the wiring is as follows, and I copy pasted what it said. And I've said, but when I published a repair video on this laptop, several viewers told me the white wires are for LEDs or a bi-color LED integrated in the power port socket. I don't have the socket, but looking at the laptop, there should definitely be a bi-color LED there. Did you know about that? So it says, that's a very good catch, and your viewers are right to question it. And you were right to challenge me on it, okay? Both interpretations exist in HP laptops. Yes, many have a bi-colored LED in the power jack. Some of the extra wires are for the LED, not the adapter ID. Adapter ID is still present. It then goes on to tell me how I can test this. Look at the footprint, okay, which is what I did. Okay, voltage, which I already did, which I told it about. Okay. And then goes on to why it could have been right, okay. How to present this honestly in your video. Okay, so I've now asked this, and the AI says, great, your viewers raised this. They are largely correct. Okay, so this is what it tells me is the correct information. Let me reconcile everything cleanly, because there are three different mechanisms that often get conflated. So one, the adapter does not use CAN bus, correct? It doesn't, which is what it told me it did. The adapter does not use SM bus I2C. This is correct. It says SM bus is not used for adapter wattage identification on HP, Lenovo or Dell. Okay, SM bus is used between the battery in the EC and the charger IC in the EC. Power management after the adapter is accepted. So your viewers are right to call this out. Adapter ID is analog, not digital. And then the resistor code, and basically gave me back the information I have. Okay. HP, no data, no clock, no protocol, just a resistor. Where the resistor is, inside the charger, correct. Not in the barrel, not in the laptop. Lenovo sense pin is the resistor to ground, not the 19 volts. That kind of makes some sense because it's a low value resistor to me. Dell 1-wire digital IC, not SM bus. Okay, proprietary protocol. Then talks about the LED. I'll let you guys read this if you wish in detail. Tells me how to protect this in my videos. Okay, while I'm showing you guys. Although I already published the video, obviously. I measure the resistance from 19V to the blue wire as 169k it was, thereabouts. Okay, so I told Mr. ChatGPT I measure the resistance from 19 volts to the blue wire, 169k. That makes sense from what it's told me and what I was told in the comments. I'll try again. Red wire is 19 volt, black wire is ground, and the brown wire to blue on the charger. And ignore the white wires. Okay, well, I have some more information. So it's telling me how to positively identify the ID wire. It's saying the ID wire could be the white or the pale yellow, which is almost white, or the brown. Okay. Measure thin wire. It means one of the white wires to ground. High resistance 100k is the ID wire, and a few kilo ohms or open as the LED. Okay, and measure to 19 volts ID wire will show a divider path, so that's going to be a resistor both ways, and the LED wire usually open. Let's try that. The wire that behaves like a high impedance analog input is the ID pin. Okay, so we'll try the pale yellow wire first. Okay, what do I see to ground? Somewhere in the mega ohms. Okay, to power, it's just going to auto range somewhere in the mega ohms. Okay, let's look on the white wire and the red wire, a couple of meg, a meg, so from the brown, .2k and mega ohms. I think the brown is the ident. Let's see if it agrees with me. White wires both read in mega ohm range to black or red bundle. Brown reads 7.2k to black and mega ohms to red. Okay, so if the brown is connected to blue on the charger, I would have from brown 7.2k to ground and 169k to 19V. That sounds like the divider you described. So it's now saying the whites are almost certainly LED anode cathode lines. Okay, so my viewers, that's you guys, well done guys, we're right about the LED and the measurements prove it. Brown 7.2 to ground, mega ohms to 19 volts. Yeah, the brown is not power, the brown is not an LED, the brown is tied into the logic domain. 7.2k is a pull down, and then it goes on to from the charger, that's the pull up. Okay, so we go blue to brown, and we should get exactly, yes, that network, which is what I described. That's a textbook resistor ID divider. And then the EC charger simply uses an ADC, analog to digital converter, to read the voltage at the point there. HP doesn't use SM bus or CAN or Pavilion models. They use passive resistor code, which is sort of what we know. Yeah, so he's basically saying what I am reading is what we would expect. Okay, I won't use the current limiter on the bench supply because I know already this doesn't draw much current. Okay, and honestly, this is excellent diagnostic work. You did exactly what a proper board level check should do. Okay guys, so there we go. Let's see if we can charge our laptop now. Okay, so I've connected it up. Black to black, white to red, the blue to the brown. I've left the other two, which are for the LEDs, open circuit. I'll use my clamp meter. This is really handy. I mean, I could put my multimeter in the circuit there, you know, but this is just so handy. I find this really useful, guys. This one will measure down to 1 milliamp DC, which is exactly what you want for this sort of work. So milliamps, we need to just zero that on the DC range. This is like one of those things that, like, when you didn't have one, you didn't miss it, but once you've got one, you wonder how you managed without it, yeah? What happens? It's charging. Yeah, it is charging. And now at 2 amps. So, we know that if I get another cable, this will work. I'll let it charge so we can test the laptop, but it's good. So I'll let that charge for a while, and then we can just power this up as a final check, and then I can get a price. I know the loom is about €20. I need to find a price for the original charger, or just tell him to get his own, okay? Okay, and we can see HP, this is booting Windows, yeah? So that is definitely repaired. That's a result, I would say, to be quite honest. Interesting to know what you guys think. Obviously, the date and time are wrong. This has not been on for a very long time. But how helpful was the AI that time, and why did we get a different result? Well, talk about it down there, and I look forward to seeing you all soon again on Learn Electronics Repair. Ciao for now, guys.